Hardly anyone is giving Edgar Berlanga a chance against Canelo Alvarez, not even after his most recent training footage, as Canelo Alvarez has also added himself to the endless list of Berlanga's trolls. Rather than see it as him putting in the work ahead of the most defining fight of his career so far, what many see as a comedy compilation of a man who's preparing in the hardest way for a brutal beating from his opponent. His most recent training session even seemed more provocative than the rest, as it forced a response from Saul Canelo Alvarez. He bragged so much about his boxing IQ during the press conference. He claimed he has a higher boxing IQ than all of Canelo Alvarez's previous opponents, the likes of Caleb Plant, Jermell Charlo, Golovkin, Callum Smith, and others.
There's nothing physical about this fight. You know what I'm saying? It's all this. It's mental. It's the intelligence. And that's what's going to make the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody keeps saying about the power, about, oh, you big, you strong. It's cool. He's powerful, he's strong too. He could punch too. You know what I'm saying? But it's about the mentality.
Even the least boxing fan knows this is a blatant lie. Not even after this training footage, in which Canelo Alvarez sees no boxing IQ, but an excessive reliance on power and speed. There's no IQ in how he trains. He's training for a first-round knockout with me? You know, that's impossible. No one's put me down, and his IQ he boasts about is trash.
Will have an IQ, better IQ than me.
Okay, you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
You will see. You think I'm more IQ than Floyd Mayweather, than Miguel Cotto?
Canelo Alvarez is undoubtedly one of the best boxers who manages the distance so well and has the best chin. Except Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol, who outclassed the Mexican champion, he's largely gotten the better of the I-60 fighters he's defeated through the course of his career. The general belief is that it doesn't matter if Edgar Berlanga trains on the mountains or seas, he has zero chances when he locks horns with Canelo Alvarez.
Come on, bro. You're not the...
I know you're gonna see.
Take it easy.
No, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Take it easy way, because you...
Edgar Berlanga is set to enter the biggest fight of his career when he faces Canelo Alvarez for the World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and World Boxing Organization super middleweight titles. Alvarez has defended his super middleweight titles 4 times already and is looking to retain his unified status for the 5th time against the Chosen One. Both of them are therefore working hard, getting themselves ready for the main event at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on September 14th.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The World Boxing Council has also created a new special belt Tamaulipas II for the winner of the fight. They had created a similar Tamaulipas belt for the Jaime Munguia fight as well. The belt represents the state of Mexico, as the inspiration for the belt was taken from the Mexican Costumiquera Tamaulipeca. The World Boxing Council has also referred to this fight as the greatest boxing rivalry between countries, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Thus, the stakes are pretty high for both.
Canelo, do you take him serious? Do you take him serious? No, him. Do you take him serious?
Huh? Yeah, I take him serious.
Alvarez is in fine form ahead of the fight. Meanwhile, Berlanga has also been sweating hard in training grounds to create the biggest upset of the decade. The 27-year-old Brooklyn native is in the best shape and form of his career. He is in the best position to create an upset and completely change the boxing world around him. In an interview with Premier Boxing Champions, Berlanga stated that he manifested this fight against Canelo.
Yeah. These kind of things motivate me a lot. You know, you already know that history when I'm mad.
You're gonna handle that for Caleb Plant?
He is ready and motivated, and now that he has turned his dream into reality, he is going to fight the best fight of his career. Berlanga uploaded a video on his ex's account showcasing his explosive training to tackle the threat of the champion. He was seen shadowboxing in his gym while his coach was motivating him to keep going until the set was finished. The electrifying punches were too fast for a normal human to see with their naked eyes. After his knockout victory over Padraig McCrory back in February, Berlanga proved that he can be a challenge to Canelo. But is this training enough to defeat Canelo, the face of boxing? Most don't think so. Fans were quick to comment on the clip as they were left unimpressed by the hard work and skills of the 22-0 fighter. They still think that Canelo will win the fight, and there is no competition between the two. One user therefore wrote, "Yeah, you losing, bro," and predicted total domination by Canelo. Similarly, another Canelo fan too stated, "Yay, no chance." A quick look at their record, Canelo's February 2nd 61 and Berlanga's 22-0 will explain the confidence behind the user's prediction. Other fans were also quick to state the fact that Berlanga has a slim chance against the unified champion. Another user wrote, "Canelo is gonna make you his son." As Berlanga is getting ready for his very first title fight in his relatively short career, the sentiment of the user is clearly understandable. However, stranger things have happened in boxing. Another user chastised Berlanga for chasing the big fight by noting, "Just another person who is trying to up his fame as value in the boxing world, not exactly to beat Canelo. After all, Canelo has more knockout victories than Berlanga has total fights in his career. In the end, the Mexican boxer has far more experience at the top level." While many fans predicted a total domination by the unified champion, several fans are of different opinions and want to see the best version of Berlanga on September 14th. One fan wrote, "Let's see the best version of Edgar in the hope of seeing an entertaining fight." Despite his young age and short career, the chosen one has definitely shown his confidence in standing up to the middleweight king. Yet among the vast sea of Canelo fans hoping Berlanga crashes out, a few fans wishing him well was a welcome sight. Another fan was equally hopeful of Edgar Berlanga and wished him luck.
He's still an undefeated fighter, even though people don't view him as that. He's still trying to improve and work on his basic foundation.
"Good luck, champ," wished the fan. Since this is the biggest fight of his career, Berlanga can use all the wishes he can get. Amidst all the negativity, Berlanga himself is motivated and is oozing with confidence. In a conversation with TMZ Sports, he stated that he would dethrone Canelo and it is his time. That is the mindset the chosen one needs to have, despite the many naysayers. On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez has also been intensifying his preparation for his upcoming fight against Edgar Berlanga. Teaming up with Teofimo Lopez in a series of viral training sessions, the two boxing stars have been working on advanced techniques. To prepare for such an important bout, he has enlisted the help of Teofimo Lopez, the super lightweight world champion. Canelo and the Honduran boxer, who boasts a record of 20 wins with only one loss in his category, star in a video that has gone viral on social media. The video shows them training at a camp near Lake Tahoe on the border between Nevada and California. In the video, Canelo can be seen against the ropes, delivering his best punches and fine-tuning his movements ahead of the upcoming fight against Berlanga. The Mexican fighter gives a masterclass in defensive techniques, working on his waist movement and dodging his opponent, all without wearing headgear and only marking the punches. Trainer Eddie Reynoso is seen overseeing the entire training session between Alvarez and Teofimo, who appears to have become Canelo's best ally in his preparation to face Berlanga in the ring. The video also shows Canelo explaining to his training partner some tactics to escape from tricky situations when cornered against the ropes. Canelo was seen sharing his expertise with Lopez, particularly on how to handle tough situations against the ropes. Their collaboration has generated significant buzz on the internet. Canelo is refining his skills ahead of his upcoming super middleweight title defense on Mexican Independence Day. Also helping is Canelo Alvarez's legendary trainer, Eddie Reynoso. Teofimo Lopez had previously expressed a strong desire to fight Terence Crawford. However, Crawford has set his sights on a different challenge. Canelo Alvarez, the 41-0 champion who recently dominated the welterweight division, is interested in making a significant jump to super middleweight to face Canelo. While Lopez remains eager to face Crawford at 147 pounds, Crawford seems more focused on the potentially historic bout against Alvarez. The relationship between Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso is one of the most successful and enduring partnerships in boxing. It began in 2003 when a 14-year-old Canelo walked into Don Chepo Reynoso's gym in Guadalajara, Mexico. At the time, Eddie Reynoso was just 27. His father, Don Chepo, immediately recognized Canelo's potential due to his power and skill, even at such a young age.
Simple, of Triple G.
Así, güey. Póngase bien listo, cabrón. Chile huevos, cabrón.
Canelo's bond with the Reynosos, particularly Eddie, grew from a traditional trainer-fighter relationship into something more akin to a father-son dynamic. Eddie Reynoso was instrumental in developing Canelo's boxing skills. He also played a crucial role in shaping the to-be boxing icon's glorious career. Under Reynoso's guidance, Canelo rose to become one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He captured multiple world titles across various weight classes. Edgar Berlanga looks to be extremely confident heading into his next fight against Saul Canelo Alvarez. He already warned that he will knock out Canelo in just 6 rounds and that he is vastly superior to the Mexican super middleweight champion. Since then, he has escalated his position as he now assured that his goal is to retire Canelo from boxing.
Yeah, I want to definitely retire him for sure. That's my goal. You know,
I want to retire him for good, no doubt. That's my goal. I'm not trying to sit here and disrespect him or anything like that. He's a legend, but at the end of the day, we have to fight, said Berlanga. But the Puerto Rican went further in an interview with TMZ Sports and said that his opponent is finished and that he has what it takes to strip him of his belts. He already did what he had to do in the sport of boxing. I think now it's my time. It's time to come in and take over. A new face is needed at 168 pounds, said Berlanga. Finally, he said he wants to become a legend on September 14th, precisely on the weekend of Mexico's Independence Day celebrations. I am destined to make history on September 14th, to become a legend on that day, to take over the sport of boxing and become the face of the sport, he concluded.
And I go, but are you going to deliver it or not? You know what I'm saying? He's been saying his last 3-4 fights that he's going to knock somebody out.
The fight between Canelo and Berlanga will take place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The 34-year-old Mexican has a record of 65 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses with 39 knockouts. Berlanga, 27, comes into this event with an undefeated record of 22-0 with 17 knockouts. Despite the difference in experience and record in favor of Canelo, there are some experts who aren't ruling out the challenger. One of them is promoter Steven Espinoza, who raised his hand in favor of the Puerto Rican as he believes he will give Canelo a tough fight. Both fighters showed some spark, some fire, some emotion, and clearly there was a sense that Berlanga is not a guy who is just there to show up, that he's motivated, that he's not intimidated, and all of that really helps because when you have a guy as experienced and accomplished as Canelo, one of your big challenges is to convince people that his fights will be competitive, he told Boxing Scene. While they clashed at the press conference, Canelo Alvarez stood in front of all the cameras looking sideways at Berlanga. He said, "You're gonna feel so much pain. You hit like my son, so take it easy. You are getting the beating of a lifetime." Soon the two would stand and trade words, held by security, and the champion specified his intent not to lay hands on Berlanga. Why? Alvarez said, "I don't want to mess you up right now because your money is gone, so take it easy." But Berlanga reiterated his determination and resolve to take the throne in return. The chosen one announced, "I'ma take your place." This altercation mirrored what Alvarez had told PPV.com.
At this level is intelligence and IQ. And we're not going to end up like that over there.
The Guadalajara native carried more motivation, zeal, and passion during the presser, as he had told PPV.com. "Mexico versus Puerto Rico motivates me even more." It seems he is not the only one. When the two took their seats and answered the fans' questions, Berlanga assured the fans and reporters that he was up for the task. The Brooklyn native pointed out that Alvarez had fought everybody, including the big names. The super middleweight champions list of legendary opponents included Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Gennady Golovkin. His varied advantages of size and speed at different career stages had worked for Alvarez, but Berlanga theorized that their bout would be different. He added, "What makes it different about this fight is not physical, it's about IQ and intelligence, and that's what's going to make the difference on September 14th. Does Berlanga have the skills and ring IQ to outwit Alvarez? No one is sure after weighing in their resumes. The fans will find out whether this will be the case soon. With the Edgar Berlanga fight, Canelo Alvarez is chasing his 5th straight win since losing to Dimitri Bivol over 2 years ago, which was only the 2nd defeat of his 65-fight career. Not unlike his upcoming matchup against Berlanga, Canelo fought a promising star with heavy hands last time out. Before the action got underway, many expected former opponent L to be a serious threat on the feet for the 34-year-old. The veteran showed just how elite he is by dominating his opponent to a unanimous decision victory. Canelo Alvarez will be hoping to put on another outstanding display when he steps into the ring against Edgar Berlanga next month.
Shut the
Buddy,
You
that's
lucky
for
you
you.
get smacked.
Go and shape your
You think
beard.
he got more IQ than you?
While he has his work cut out for him in his upcoming bout, the North American still has his sights set on other potential fights. One name that continues to call for a shot at Canelo Alvarez is Jake Paul. Jake has made a stamp on the sport of boxing since debuting back in 2020. Saul Canelo Alvarez has been calm, cool, and collected ever since he took his throne as the super middleweight king. Opponents have come and gone, heaping combinations of praise and respect toward him. Even arch-rival Gennady Golovkin kept it kind during their trilogy meeting after years of animosity. The last fighter who provoked Alvarez in the build-up stages of a fight was Caleb Plant, who scuffled with Alvarez during a press conference only to be knocked out in the 11th round when they met. Immediately before Plant was Billy Joe Saunders, who irked Alvarez, especially throughout fight week, and paid for it with a broken eye and then retirement. That was in 2021, when Alvarez was at the peak of his powers.
No, he's not the same, but he's weight class, the 175, and I don't really want to say what he's need to do to have the fight.
It's also the last time he knocked out an opponent. A loss to Dimitri Bivol at light heavyweight and unanimous decision wins against Golovkin, John Ryder, Jermell Charlo, and Jaime Munguia have followed. Alvarez is now promising a turn-back-the-clock-like performance on September 14 when he takes on rising upstart contender Edgar Berlanga. After a cordial press conference Monday in New York, respect went out the door the second they met on Tuesday at the Beverly Hills Hotel, as Alvarez and Berlanga had to be separated by security after an explosive, expletive-filled eruption. "You don't bring anything to me that I haven't seen before," Alvarez quipped. "You're going to see, idiot," Berlanga fired back. 8 rounds, mark my words. I'm not going to have compassion, said Alvarez. These kinds of idiots keep me motivated. I don't want to fuck you up right now because your money will be gone. At the age of 34 and 65 fights into a near 20-year career, Alvarez is embracing new ways to fan the flames, and Puerto Rico's Berlanga appears armed with gallons of gas. I love it when an opponent pisses me off. When someone gets under my skin, I make them pay the hard way, said Alvarez.
Against Triple G, and Canelo failed 2 drug tests, though Jaime wasn't allowed to fulfill his dream.
The chosen one Berlanga is an 8-year pro who kicked off his career by knocking out 16 consecutive opponents in the first round, but he has shown flaws since stepping up the competition in recent years. Most recently, in February, Berlanga knocked out Padraig McCrory in 6 rounds. I'm the type of fighter who comes to fight. I won't be running, said Berlanga. Canelo was once in my shoes, and now it's my time to make my name and become a legend in the sport of boxing. This is going to be a firefight. It's going to be different. This is a gladiator sport at the end of the day. We're looking to take each other out. It's going to the next level. Berlanga also pointed to his boxing IQ as the reason he would beat Alvarez. Alvarez exploded in laughter. He thinks he has more intelligence than me and everyone I've fought, Alvarez said.
They don't like him. He's a because he got all the money. He got 40, 50 million, 100 million, 200 million. But money don't make you, know what I'm saying? It's about how you treat the people.
Come on, bro. He's not going to be able to touch me. I want to see him try. Your turn is coming. You think you have more IQ than Floyd Mayweather and Miguel Cotto? He's nothing compared to them. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to make me laugh. I motivate myself because I love what I do. I love boxing. These types of fights and fighters motivate me even more. I'm going to train like never before. Alvarez is exuberant with confidence due to his superior skills and experience, and the fact that he's facing his softest touch since forcing Avni Yildirim to quit after 3 rounds during a mandatory title defense. That was right before Alvarez faced Saunders, in what ultimately resulted in Alvarez being crowned the pound-for-pound king and fighter of the year in 2021.
All right, gentlemen, if we can take our seats.
Now, Alvarez is calling the shots as the face of boxing and sport's biggest breadwinner, picking and choosing any dance partner as he pleases. Odds makers believe there is plenty of smoke and no fire around the Berlanga fight. DraftKings lists Alvarez as a minus 1,400 betting favorite and Berlanga as a plus 750 underdog. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.